Hey, it's Troyia Monay, back to y'all with another video. Today's video is super exciting as always. In today's video, we are going to be doing the what's in my iPhone video. So I have the iPhone 12 Max Pro, and I'm going to be showcasing you guys my aesthetic in my iPhone, the different apps that I recommend, especially for my girl bosses, especially for those of you guys who are starting businesses. I have a ton of really great apps that I recommend for businesses as well, you guys. So if you are just as excited about this video as I am, give this video a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to check out my previous video. So I have a previous video discussing some of the different apps that I recommend for girl bosses as well, but this one is a lot more updated, but be sure to watch that one as well. Some great information there too. Don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hop right on in. But before we go ahead and hop right on in, I do want to mention that today's video is sponsored, you guys. So today's sponsor is Dosier. If you are no stranger to my YouTube channel, you know that I've worked with Dosier over the last few months several times, and the reason why I keep coming back is because of their overall brand message and you know what they stand for. So if you are new here and you don't know what Dosier is or who they are, let me go ahead and put you up on game, sis. So Dosier is a fragrance company that creates designer inspired fragrances at a much lower cost, you guys. So I'm pretty sure you guys have probably gone into like a Sephora or maybe like a Dillard's, Nordstrom, Saks, Macy's or something like that, and you've looked at the fragrances and you like, whoo, sis, several $100s on a fragrance? I think not. And I completely understand, and that is why Dosier is here to solve all of your problems. You are going to be getting designer inspired products, designer inspired fragrances at a much lower rate, you guys. So as soon as you open their box, it just says iconic scents, designer quality, no markups. Hopefully y'all can see that, and that is completely the truth when it comes to Dosier, you guys. So I have so many Dosier fragrances at this point, it is crazy. And the reason why I keep coming back to them, keep coming back to work with them, is because the way that their scents smell, not only do they smell exactly like the inspired fragrance, some of their fragrances even smell better, in my opinion, than the designer fragrances themselves. So the fragrance that I have today is called Florida Almond. It is inspired by Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. And I'm pretty sure you ladies have seen Carolina Herrera's Good Girl fragrance. It is the one that is like built like a stiletto. And that fragrance smells so good, you guys. So I smelled it the other day when I went to Sephora, and I was like, okay, this fragrance smells so good. And then I opened my Dosier fragrance and I was like, okay, this is not only spot on, but I love the fact that this one includes a little bit more vanilla, in my opinion, than the original. So this is what the packaging looks like right here. I love how sleek and simple it is. Not too flashy. It just looks really good on like any counter or anything like that. But this is the part of Dosier that keeps me coming back, you guys. Their return policy, their overall brand. So the way that Dosier works is that they send you, you know, this nice box with your fragrance in it, and then within it also includes a sample. So you're able to test it, see if whether or not you like it or not. And if it's something you don't like, just send it back to Dosier, and then they'll send you something else for you to go through and try. You know, I love the fact that there's no gimmicks. You're not stuck with the fragrance that you don't like. Y'all know fragrances are extremely expensive, so who wants to be stuck with something that they don't like as well? So I wore this one the other night. Me and my boyfriend went on a little date night, and y'all, it smelled so good on me. I love how like sexy it is, but it's still not like super overpowering. I love the fact that it's a great nighttime scent, but I can still probably get away with wearing it during the day, like if I was going on like a brunch date or something where the daytime vibe kind of had nighttime vibes, like a day party or something like that. I would definitely recommend this. It's super sexy without it being like super overpowering and strong or anything like that, you guys. And you really only need a little bit. You don't need a lot. So you're gonna have this bottle for a hot minute. So I just like to spray it like on all my like pressure points. And the orange in here really makes it stand out because it has notes of like almond, it has middle notes of orange blossom, tuberose, and then their base notes is tonka bean, vanilla, and coca. So I love the fact that the orange in there is in there because it makes it good to wear for daytime. And then I love the vanilla and like the almond because it makes it really sexy and good to wear at nighttime as well, you guys. So that is Dosier. I will have a coupon code on the screen, and then I'll have one linked in the description box as well, sis. They have dupes and inspired fragrances for Baccarat. Y'all know Baccarat is super popular. They have like Gucci. They literally have like almost all of the really popular fragrances, and like I said, they smell just as good for a much lower cost as well, you guys. So make sure you guys go through and check that out, and we're gonna go ahead and hop right on into today's video. All right, so let's go ahead and hop right on in. So I have my iPhone right here. I have the iPhone 12 Max Pro. I recently actually upgraded to this like a year ago, I want to say. I literally use my iPhone for literally everything within my business. I use it for my boutique photos. I use it for video content. I use it sometimes instead of using my YouTube camera. I use it for like a lot of my try-on hauls that you guys see here on my channel as well. And the reason why I wanted to get the iPhone 12 is because the camera on this, y'all, so good. So I really recommend this phone if you don't have it, and if you're looking for a phone with a really good camera, because I use this a lot of times, you know, not even using my YouTube camera. So I really recommend it. So I'm gonna start screen sharing with y'all, and we are gonna go ahead and dive right on in. So this is my home screen, as you guys can see here. And this is just the way that I have it organized. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, ooh, it's cute, it's like aesthetically pleasing, all that good stuff, and it is, and I love it. So if you are interested in getting like your own phone designed just like this, you can create it by using Widgetsmith. Just download it in the Apple App Store, and you can go through and do the same exact thing. It gives you a ton of different options when it comes to like customizing and all of that good stuff as well. So on my actual home screen, in the top left corner, you have Instagram, camera, photos, and my Maps app. Those are usually the apps that I tend to use the most. Well, on this home screen for the most part is everything that I use the most as well. Instagram, camera, photos, Maps. And then on the top right hand corner, I have my time, just because sometimes I just can't find the time for some reason. Like, I know it's always up there at the top, but I just like to have it here at the top. And then in the middle, y'all, I literally use a calendar. I literally look at a calendar 20,000 times a day. So I was like, okay, I have to figure out a way to add my calendar to my home screen, because trying to find like the actual calendar app or not having my planner nearby can sometimes be really crazy. So I love that it's like right smack dab in the middle of the screen. I can see all of the days, I can see the, you know, the date, all of that good stuff as well. And then here at the bottom left corner, I have 70 times 7. If you aren't familiar with what 70 times 7 is, it is like basically the number for infinity. And it just kind of reminds me on a day-to-day basis that I need to like forgive not only like, you know, others, but to forgive myself an infinity amount of times. You know, it's always important, especially like in the Bible, it talks about, you know, forgiving people all the time, no matter what they do to you or anything like that. You can forgive but never forget type of thing as well. So that's why I just have that there as just like a reminder to not only forgive like others, but to forgive myself for any like mistakes or anything like that as well. And then in this other corner, I have my YouTube Studio app, my YouTube app, Gmail, and then Shopify. These apps are very important, especially like my YouTube Studio app. That's where I usually go through, check on like comments from you guys. I can also check on like the status of any of my videos on the approval status from YouTube. And then Shopify is an important one as well, since I'm going to be using that a lot more ahead of my boutique relaunch too. And then on the bottom of the screen, I just have like my phone, Safari, messages, and then my music app as well. So that's pretty much my home screen. Let's swipe over. So over here, I have my setup. And as y'all can see, I literally keep my iPhone so simple. Like, I don't have a bunch of clutter anywhere, and I have to keep it like this or it will literally drive me insane, literally. So at the top, I have my Google Calendar, which is a little bit different than the Widgetsmith calendar. This one is actually going to take a piece, you know, the different, you know, sessions that I might have or anything like that. So today I have a session, a VIP session with my girl B Scott. And that is a 3-hour VIP day from 5 to 6. And then under that, I have tomorrow me going to the LA Fashion District and my hotel and all that good stuff as well. So I really love the way that I started organizing my apps and different things like that. I have one for socials, finance, business, productivity, and like the list goes on and on. So we're going to start with socials. So I keep all of like my social media stuff in this one. So Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, Snapchat, Clubhouse, Messenger and LinkedIn. And then you guys see that I keep my Instagram up there in the corner just because I'm frequently on Instagram. So I just decided to like take that one out. And then everything according to my finances I keep in here. Like my business banking account, my personal bank account, PayPal, Credit Karma, my insurance stuff for my cars and all of that great stuff, credit card stuff. I keep all of that like in my finance folder just because it makes it so much easier when I'm like, okay, I have to pay a bill, let me go here, you know, to my finance one, instead of like keeping everything unorganized and you have to go through and find it through all of the different screens and everything like that. It just makes it a lot easier. And then this one is these two folders here, both business and then business too. These are the folders that I'm in most frequently just because I run a business and these are the things that I, you know, need on an everyday basis. So one right here, I have Spaces by Wix. So my business coaching program is done through Wix, and then my actual e-commerce business for my boutique is on Shopify. So that's why I have my Spaces by Wix. I have my Square Acuity scheduling app right here, and this is what I normally use to schedule like all of my coaching sessions or anything like that. I have PayPal for business, I have QuickBooks, and then I have QuickBooks Self-Employed. I have Stripe, and that's what I use to collect payment from my coaching program and my coaching sessions other than PayPal. And then I have Wix Owner, which is a little bit different than Wix Spaces. We'll get into that maybe in another video. I'm thinking about doing a partnership with them, so you guys will see about doing that. And then Dropbox, and then DocuSign. And then I also have WhatsApp, considering that I communicate back and forth with a lot of my vendors through WhatsApp as well. In my business 2 app or folder, I keep Asana. If you aren't familiar with Asana, they are basically kind of like a how do I explain it? It's like a productivity or like a planner type of like kind of app where you can plan different projects and streamline and different things like that. It's really great for product management or project management, I would say there too. I have Later and Planali, which are really great for like scheduling and planning out social media. I have Zoom, Alibaba, Milkshake. Cost margin is great. I always hoot and holler about cost margin. A lot of you guys had questions about it in my previous video because they changed the icon. A lot of you guys said you couldn't find it. So this is what the new icon looks like. It is like navy blue with a white M. And cost margin is great for finding like your profit margins and trying to figure out how to price different things as well. So I recommend you to download that. And then I have the Fashion Go app, of course. I'm literally on there like 1,000 times a day, especially in this day and age as I am purchasing new inventory. And then I have Slides as well. I use Slides for a lot of my coaching sessions as well when I am doing like presentations during the sessions too. So jumping over into productivity, I have my Google Calendar. Literally live by my Google Calendar. If I didn't have it, my life would be in shambles. I have Yahoo Mail, Outlook, the regular mail, shortcuts, my Bible app, and then HP Smart for my printer, so I can just print things right off of my phone. And then y'all, this is the good folder right here, the photo and video. I have some really good gems in here. So I use Facetune to edit like my personal photos on my social media, my boutique photos. I use it a lot to edit my thumbnails if I want to like smooth out skin, or if I want to like edit something like a blemish or anything like that. Facetune's great for that. Collageable is great if you do want to put together collages. I recommend it. Color Widgets is another one of those like widget apps to like decorate like your home screen. I just threw it in there. Splice is a good app, I believe, for like video content. Canva, you guys know Canva. And then Premiere Rush is kind of like Canva in a way. I want to say like they're now competitors. So if you want to try out Premiere Rush, if you think like Canva doesn't have, you know, some of the different features or vice versa, go through and check out both of those. I have Hyperlapse, CapCut, Lens Buddy. Y'all have to download Lens Buddy. Lens Buddy has saved my life, you guys. Literally saved my life. And the reason why is because you guys know that I take majority of my like boutique photos myself, or like pictures that you see on my personal Instagram. For the most part, I probably have taken like 85-90% of those photos. And Lens Buddy has made it so much easier. Y'all know I used to use like the Bluetooth camera clicker, but with Lens Buddy you can literally like put it on a tripod and it's just gonna continuously take pictures like second by second, or you can customize how many seconds you want it to be or how many pictures you want it to take. I love Lens Buddy because putting a battery or remembering to charge my Bluetooth clicker remote, you ain't gotta do that no more. You ain't gotta do it no more. Love it. Retouch is great if you want to remove like the shadow off of any grounds or anything like that. Retouch is great for that. And then Lift is really good if you want to like customize like your Instagram stories or anything like that. They allow you to customize like your Instagram stories there too. So some really cool apps there for you guys to take advantage of when it comes to like photo editing. Y'all know content is like everything. So those are some really great apps for you to take advantage of. So I just have like utilities with like the just basic stuff that iPhone comes with. My health and fitness, y'all, literally I live by Flow. If you're a female, download Flow because literally love Flow. And then the health app, and then Crunch, that's the gym I go to. So I just have that there. My travel app, I'm always in there because I'm always trying to book a trip to go somewhere. So I have just like my Google Maps. Get Upside is really good for gas. I have all the different airlines that I usually travel through, like JetBlue, American, Delta, Spirit, Southwest. Like my hotels app, Hopper, and then Lyft and Uber as well. And then in this folder, this is where I keep like all of like my food apps and stuff like that. So I have Wawa in there because I literally live by Wawa coffee. Like, people think I'm crazy because I'd rather just go to Wawa than Starbucks because not only is it cheaper, but their coffee is like really good in my opinion. So I have my Wawa app. I have Panera Bread, Open Table, Jimmy John's, Smoothie King, Chipotle, Instacart, Tropical Smoothie, and then HelloFresh. I just started using HelloFresh, y'all, and I live by HelloFresh. I literally have only, you know, cooked one meal, and I'm like, wow, that was so easy. Like, you know, going to the grocery store and trying to put recipes together, it's like so hard sometimes because you just wind up eating the same thing you've eaten for years. So I like HelloFresh because like it can kind of allow me to go through, choose different recipes and different things like that as well. I might do a more detailed video on HelloFresh, so look out for that. You know, talking about how to make your life easier as an entrepreneur and stuff like that as well. So this is like my shopping app. I have IKEA, I have Poshmark, Wayfair, Amazon, Fashion Nova, Zara, Walmart, Boohoo, Craigslist. These are usually like the places that I shop most frequently. So I went through and just added them to my shopping apps. And then last but not least, I have entertainment. So I have Netflix, my Roku, podcasts, Hulu, Audible, and then Stars as well, you guys. That's where I keep this like all of my like entertainment stuff if I don't too lazy to like turn on the TV or something like that as well. So as you guys can see, I kind of keep things really simple when it comes to like my phone. I keep everything extremely organized because my life is already crazy as is. So imagine like me trying to look for something through my phone. It would literally be a disaster. So that is pretty much how I go through and organize my phone and all the different apps and things that I recommend as well, you guys. If you have any questions or any difficulty finding any of these apps, be sure to leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to either link it or give you some additional instructions as to how you can find it as well, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully this gave you some great information about some different apps that you can go through and download. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.